Thank you, ladies and gentlemen from the media, for being here today. You've already seen the trailer. Most of these occasions happen when all of us get together and we introduce ourselves to you and we talk about the film. And lots of nice things are said about each of us, but I thought it would be better that if we talk to each other and find out what we think about each other. And perhaps you will get some inkling of that as the conversation goes. Ramu, I'd like to initiate the conversation with you first. I have a member from my blog, from my EF group, who is some sort of an intellectual, and when he came to know that I was having a press conference today for the release of Sarkar 3, he sent me a short note, and I think that I would like to just read it out to you, and then maybe we can talk about it. He said, RGV has Ayn Rand bluntness. Ayn Rand, the great writer, in his style which suits his themes in a different way. Crime in his themes is in the eyes of the beholder. His characters make their own laws, which is rather challenging for an audience suppressed by protocols in our system. We are a nation of youth caught in a traffic snarl. All of them are on their own 2 feet, standing, pushing, pulling, or doing whatever it takes to move. And watching over this commotion is a calm mind that makes its own rules. I presume that he's talking about Sarkar. What made you choose this subject, Ramu?
See, to start with, I think the greatest film, like most people would agree with on, is something like Godfather. No? Mm-hmm. Godfather, I never really thought was about mafia or crime or underworld. It's about a man's sense of righteousness, where what he felt was justice. If the system had failed to do that, and he would take it upon himself to award that justice to the person who suffered. And that, I thought, was actually for me the soul of why first when I approached you to come to Sarkar. Because for me, you represented as Vijay right from the beginning, from Zanjeer onwards to various characters you did in the 80s and later on, that you stood up, and which is the reason I think there was a mass hysteria of the popularity of you through the characters what you portrayed. So I wanted Sarkar to be almost like some condensation of that in one person, but both in thought, in performance, and intent in everything.
Yeah, but Ramu, that is not me. I mean, that is the writer. That's the writer's opinion about the situation, about the story. Writers are basically the actors of every film, and it is the thought process that they consume from a director. Director बोलता है कि मुझे इस तरह की कहानी बनानी है, और writer जो है वो actor होता है, screenplay writer होता है, costume designer, everything होता है.
I disagree with that, Sarkar. The reason being, I feel writer or director is about information. Eventually, film is an emotional experience. You have to feel what the character is feeling. Suppose if I give the same dialogue, exactly written, same lighting and same taking, everything, and instead of you, I put you, I'm just giving an example. For example, a Jitendra, it is not going to work.
Why do you say that?
I'm saying, that's what everybody knows. If Amitabh Bachchan is feeling the emotion of what is written in that, as a person, he is feeling that.
Yeah, I think this conversation is going very personal. But okay,
it is personal to me, Sarkar.
Yeah.
Since you initiated, you have to bear with me.
When you design a screenplay, Ramu, every story needs to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Which portion do you think of first? The end, the middle, or the beginning?
Sarkar, I just remind you of one small conversation we had in the beginning of the first Sarkar, when I came and narrated the first scene when Rashid comes to meet you, when you say that those famous lines, "Mujhe jo sahi lagta hai, main karta hu." And so I feel, actually, except for that scene, I never had a story of Sarkar in my mind. So for me, if the character, the way he says and what he says, in what context works, that hooks me onto the... Beyond that, I just wanted something to start, something to end with. I never thought of anything beyond that. Now, I remember you asked me this question, why would you say all these things to Rashid, who doesn't think anything of, that guy? So my answer to you was, he would speak because we want to listen Amitabh Bachchan say those lines, So I think when I said an emotional experience, it's not that Sarkar is like a great, very original story, a lot of twists and turns and all that. I think there's a connectivity to the emotion, there's a relatability to the characters with the family and the father and son emotion. More than anything else, I think everyone wants to have a friend like Sarkar. Everyone wants to have Sarkar. If I'm in terms of trouble, I would like to go to Sarkar. I think that is the most important thing what I thought of.
Yeah. Would you agree with what my friend wrote about Anne Rand and her bluntness in the way she expresses? Anne Rand, as you all know, is a very famous writer, playwright, screenplay writer, and a philosopher also. And somewhere she also said that, and this is one of her very famous quotes, I wonder if you were impressed by this. The question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. Do you think that this kind of encapsulates the character of Sarkar in many ways?
100%. Because the point is, when he's taking up a cause, each and every person, a lot of people will feel an injustice, an anger, a sense of a disappointment, but they will not have the guts. They will be answerable somewhere to the legal system, somewhere to the society, somewhere to what people might say, or they have enough strength to tackle it. Right. But then every once in a while, a very rare kind of a person comes who will say that I'll just do it. I want to speak up for it. I want to stand up for it. And he is not scared of any threat to himself, and which is the reason he becomes a leader. And Sarkar, I think, is the epitome of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Rohini and Yami, we're just going to address you as ladies first. Please sit. You can also sit. I'll sit down. Okay. Why did you do this film, Rohini ji?
One day, got a message from Ramu, come and meet me, and I went and met him. I was I was in his first film, Shiva, just for a scene, then second film, Raat, and then now, Sarkar 3. So whenever Ramu remembers me, I'll always be there, Ramu.
You're forgetting the most important thing. I said you're going to play exactly the opposite of whatever Kasturba stands for.
Yes, that was a challenge too. That is a challenge too. So that's why I'm in this film.
Yami, what about you? Why did you do this film?
So first of all, thank you so much. Thank you for having us here, and thank you for this response. And sir, you've got to be one of the reasons to inspire me to be part of
You know, you're not allowed to lie at this press conference.
Am I lying? You think, am I lying? Not at all, sir. And to go a bit more detail into that, if I may badly imitate you, Ramu, sir. I remember I was, as much as flattered I was when I got a call for Sarkar 3, but I was wondering that, I was really curious to know what the role is going to be. And so when I walked into his office and I sat down, he said, this fair and lovely walk that you've just done, I just want to cut it. I think let's show you in a light that we've not seen you before. Let's see if the same fair and lovely girl can just pick up a gun and just shoot.
You said fair and lovely walk?
Yes.
Didn't you notice all the lizards and the turtles on the floor?
Exactly.
This guy has snakes and lizards loafing around on the floor of his office.
Maybe it was not that
It's so intimidating.
Catwalk. I was just trying to flip over those lizards and all. So, I think I didn't have to think at all the moment I heard the role. And oh God. Did I miss something?
You didn't have to think at all?
I didn't have to think at all. Even on the set. So I asked him, I said, sir, any homework you want me to do? Anything? No. Just come. Just come on the set. So I said, okay, sir. So, and I think here it is. I think it's just time just flies, and didn't even realize when it was one of the most quickest shoots I've ever done. And to be a part of Sarkar with Amit sir helming it with Jackie sir with such stalwarts and Ramu
There are
sir.
two
and
Amits here. Just be specific, please.
Yes, Amit sir. I think I couldn't have asked more. It's one of those rare opportunities which goes down with you. I think years later that I got to be a part of a franchise called Sarkar, and I think it just says it all. So thank you, Ramu sir, for this.
Thank you. Amit,
And I
Saad,
just
you're
told,
next.
Sarkar, I just told Yami one thing that in a film like Sarkar, where there's so much of intensity and very evil, I mean not evil characters, menacing looking people and all that, and then suddenly in the midst of it, I see this pretty and petite, fair and lovely girl. What the hell is happening here? And so, but the intensity which she managed to, I told her you can do it because I believe that all beautiful women are very mean in their hearts. So it's the most easiest to get it out.
Amit Saad is a new entrant to the Sarkar family, and Amit, I want to ask you. I'm not going to ask you why you did this film, but how did you do it?
Firstly, good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. Just on a lighter note, I'll take this moment of glory, and then we'll surpass this. I had to be, I was in 1, and I was in 2, and I had to be in 3, and Chiku had to grow up. And forgive me for this. Now, let me come back to my senses. I say this with immense humility and gratitude and whatever understanding I have of acting or life. I don't have the capacity to choose this film or to even dream when I saw Sarkar 1, when I saw Sarkar 2, that I could or would be a part of this film, be a part of this world, be a part of a film with Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, be a part of a Ram Gopal Verma film, be a part of a film with such immense, amazing actors that I've just grown up watching, And so it's just, I don't know how this came in. I don't know. I'm just very grateful again. Ramu sir, I'll always be very grateful. I don't know how I've done so that you have to comment on. Amit sir, I really don't have words to express my gratitude. And thank you for this learning and thank you for being you. That's all I can say right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now my Bidu. Bidu, we worked in many films together. क्या बोलेंगे बिड़ू? हाँ बोलेंगे ठहर जाओ टाइम लगता है I don't need to introduce him. I don't need to ask him why he did this film. I don't need to ask him how he did this film. Just let him speak.
Respects always. Respects to Bachchan Saab, to the whole team. I love you, you know that. I don't know why I did it. मेरे को तो यार रंगीला था एक मेरे दिमाग में वो बच्चन साहब और सरकार फ्रेंचाइजी और रोल मतलब एक सीन में भी खड़ा होने का मौका मिला तो बहुत बड़ी बात है मेरे लिए और वही बात है बिल्कुल ज़्यादा बोलूँगा नहीं गलत लगेगा मगर यार यू वोंट डू इट व्हाट तुम लोगों को इसको रोल दिया सिंपल है यार और वी वर्क टुगेदर आई वर्क विद रामू आई हैव डन अ फिल्म where he's really handled me so beautifully, shown me looking something I never thought I could look like sometimes in the film. And then I worked with Bachchan Saab, and he's such a kind man. He's such a fantastic person. Badu, मेरे को sir, आपने मतलब मेरा एक एकलव्य में एक ऐसा शॉट था जहाँ मेरे को ट्रेन के बीच में पटक के मार देते बाबा तो बार बार पीटा जा रहा था मेरे पास वो था नहीं कवर नहीं था कवच नहीं था मेरे पास तो इनने ऐसे बुलाया और पूछा कि would you like to I said thank you sir I mean कौन सोचता है बड़ू मतलब छोटी छोटी बातें हैं, दुनिया भर की चीज़ें हैं सर पे, और क्या क्या कर रहे हैं और कहाँ माशाल्लाह क्या मुकाम पर हैं, और बॉस है सबका, बाबा है अपना, उनको अपने जैसे लोग दिख जाए तो बहुत बड़ी बात होती है। तो इस पिक्चर में काम करना तो मेरा मतलब ऑनर है भाई। बाकी जो भी रोल है, एक सीन में अच्छा है, मज़ा है। I just respect you. I don't want to say much. I mean, I don't want to look like an idiot. And Amit, sorry, sir. Amit, you're a really lovely boy. And I like what you said, and fantastic work. I worked with you, and I still struggle, and I saw you. You're beautiful. You're fantastic. Ramu, lovely. Sir.
Guru, you worked in 2 very big successful films. Happy New Year and Dhoom 3. वो थोड़ा सा जादू हमारी इस पिक्चर में आप दे दीजिए प्लीज, ताकि ये फिल्म भी उतनी बड़ी हो जाए।
जादू सर ये this is his, you see ना, समझ गया ना बड़ू? हाँ. Love you for that.
Thank you.
You're lovely.
As producers, perhaps Parag, you and others can answer what you feel about the product, what you felt during the making, and then we can pass the question and answers on to this audience who are dying to ask us all kinds of questions totally unrelated with this film. Okay.
It's only Amitabh Bachchan, and Amitabh Bachchan. That's the only answer I have.